Hello YouTube! I am Pinstar and this is Game Dev Tycoon Strategy and Tactics episode 16. So in our last episode we bid our old and very much used Pinstar Pastel engine adieu. Last game for it, Espen's Lair, which did pretty darn well, I'd have to say. We then released our own console, the Plush Nexus, which is currently sitting at 2.1 million units out there. And we released our first game for it, which was, I don't want to call it a whiff. A 6.5 is like at the bottom edge of acceptability. We underestimated that the hospital strategy was an okay combo. It wasn't a good or a great. We underestimated how hard that penalty was going to hit us. So that is why it was kind of mediocre. But we've got plans. We've got big plans. Trust me. So today we've got a couple of things to do. First off, we got some research. We're going to start tapping into multi-genre. I kept saying like, oh yeah, we'll do that later. We'll do that later. Well, guess what? It's later. Multi-genre. Secondly, let's go topic hunting. And what are we going to do with our inaugural multi-genre thing? Well, there's a bit of a test that I want to do, an experiment, if you will. And so we're going to do that. We need to pick up racing as our topic here. For you guys, is there anything else that we can... Multi-platform optimized? I don't think we're going to be doing multi-platform, honestly, so that doesn't really make much sense. So why don't you just do some training? You know what? I'm going to shore up your design. Actually, you could use some speed, honestly. Or we could just do R&D courses. You can never have too much R&D skill here. Alright, 500k in sales, not bad. I mean, granted, we released a rank 97, but that's to be expected for a game of that nature here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, hospital strategy is an okay. Hospital everyone is great, good, excellent, and over 1 million. That's fine. Okay, let's try to sneak out a game before everyone's vacations hit. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for a large game. We're going to go for a young game. We are going to tap into racing. Now, if you remember correctly from my last video, I was going over the strengths and weaknesses of the Plush Nexus. And while, of course, strategy games are king on it, I had the question of the fact that our action and simulation games were both tied for the number of representatives. Did that mean that they both got the second place bonus, which is also a star, or rather plus in quality? Why don't we test that? Why don't we see? In fact, why don't we test both at the same time? So a racing simulation action game. Yes, this is actually going to be a little bit of a break from all the strategy, but there's a reason for it. It is going to be in the Plush universe here. So, what do you do when you have a cast of colorful characters that are all recognizable and named with people who have favorites of each of them that come from a variety of different beloved games? Well, of course, it's almost required by law that you make a Kart Racer for them. So that is exactly what we're about to do here. Now, as far as how we implement this, no, this is not just a Mario Kart clone. We borrow ideas from Nintendo, but we do not outright copy them. We do our own thing and make sure... See, the whole idea behind this is there's a whole new generation of kids out there. They probably didn't or haven't had a chance to or won't see the games that we released earlier. So we want to bring them into the Plush brand and then get them exposed to strategy games proper. So in order to bring them in, we got to give them something with a few more, a little more blips and blops and flashy things. So the concept behind Dream Kart Racer... So as mentioned by games before, the plush toys, one of their main responsibilities is to be sort of shepherds for their children when they sleep, to protect them from nightmares and to make sure they have happy and fun dreams. Well, this game, basically, in the opening title sequence, the kid is being tucked into bed by their parents, and they close their eyes, and then the plushies help, all curled up with their plush toys, and then he wakes up in a sort of a dreamscape, and he's like, "Hey guys, I have a great idea. I want to have some fun." And they're like, What? Why don't we have a race?" And in an instant, the kid dreams up the entire race course. And now it's kart racing time. Now, as far as the mechanics go, yeah, it's simulation action, but we're not going to avoid infusing just a little tiny bit of strategy in there. Rather than relying on item boxes that you run over and get random stuff from, the way you do items in this game is you build your kart with 4 different things. What plush is driving it? What are they wearing? What music is playing in the kart's radio? And then the kart chassis itself. Each one of those comes with either an active or a passive ability. And then all scattered around the track is stuff known as dream dust. It's just kind of like, little sparkly stuff that you run over and collect. For active abilities, you need to spend a certain amount of dream dust to use them, but depending on what part or aspect you have, then you'll always have that. So, for example, if you have, let's say Lulu's dress. That would be a passive one. And let's say, for example, that increases your top speed. So the more dust you get, the higher your top speed. Another one might be for example, Egress might have an attack that she releases one of her smoke balloons. And if somebody else hits that, their vision is blacked out for a couple of seconds. So she, and she can have as many of those balloons as she wants, as long as you have enough dust to cast them, as it were. So everyone in the race needs this dream dust, no matter how you build it. So there's some strategy in which plush, outfit, music, and kart combination you pick to give you a combination of active and passive abilities that'll help you win. The other twist to this is obviously you have your standard racing modes, but you also have what's known as the Nightmare mode. So in the Nightmare mode is it's an 8-player game. You have one player who's actually the kid. In normal racing, the kid doesn't race. The kid's like Lakitu. He waves the checkered flag. If you fall off the course, the kid helps and gets you back on the course. But otherwise, the kid's not racing. He's just cheering on his plushes. But in this one, the kid is one of the racers. Another one of the racers is a nightmare, a literal nightmare, and a black horse that and not like a plush horse, like an actual horse with a burning mane and hooves that leave fire prints and smoke coming out of its nose. It's as scary as you can get in a young game. And the goal of the nightmare is to catch the kid, and you bump the kid 3 times. Then the nightmare wins, and the kid's obviously trying to get away from the nightmare. Now, the kid's kart has no attacks, has no passive buffs. It's just stock standard. And if it was just the Nightmare versus the Kid, and the Nightmare has tons of attacks, tons of boosts and bonuses, if it was just one-on-one, the Nightmare would win every time. The twist is there are 6 other players who play as plush racers. It is their job to team up and hound and harry the Nightmare and keep the Nightmare away from the Kid as long as possible while the Kid completes 3 laps. So it's a big, almost sort of a Dead by Daylight, but with the young audience and kart racing thing, where you have players, one player that's against the other 7, one trying to get away and the others trying to slow him down. So it's not just a Mario Kart clone, is what I'm saying. So let's see if we can make this work for us. How are we doing in the sales? Plush Nexus, yeah, we kind of dropped down there with that last game, but I think we can bounce back. For 2D graphics version 5, and news being taken off, that's fine. Okay, now for this, because we're doing this as a sort of a kind of flipping things up here, our sliders are going to be all over the place. First off, online play is getting turned on. That's right, online play, because we want everyone to get connected up here. Now, story quests we want low, real low. And yeah, we can have it real low and still fit. There's no story to this. It's just simple cutscenes. We'll cut that back a little bit. But engine and gameplay, both very, very important. Now, Lucy's actually about to be maxed out here. So I think let's actually just max her out, because engine's still going to be important. But that way we have a nice clean maxing out. Alright, we got some hype going here. Oh, that's the other thing. First off, we are over budget with our hardware lab. And for our R&D lab, we do want to start working on our own convention. PlushCon is in the works. So yeah, dialogues, no one wants dialogues, but AI is very important. We don't want to skimp out on level design, but AI is really the most important actor here. I think we'll be okay with this kind of a contrast. We also want to make sure AI is boosted over level design, because AI is a huge source of tech bubbles, and we need a sharper tech bubble ratio in order to make this game work for us properly. All right, let's get some marketing in here. Get that small campaign going. I don't think we're going to get the G3 boost here, but that should be fine. Let's see how we did here. The new released 3 games, 99.2 million. Not bad. Not bad at all, if I do say so myself. Okay, here... Whoa, Johnny Rome. Yeah. World design's going way the heck down. Yeah, Johnny Rome is not working on that. Pinstar, why don't you work on that? No? Too much? Alan Lowe. And then Pinstar works on sound? Although, yeah, now we gotta get Colton in there somehow. This is gonna be kind of lopsided. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to turn off some stuff for world design here. No open world. No day-night cycle, because it's a dream world. It's always at night. But we keep the rich backstory in there. Can't not have a rich backstory. All right, let's. Yeah, Alan Lowe is just kind of overworked. What happens if we have Pinstar, not do all three, obviously, but if we have Alan Lowe do that and then Colton does that, yeah. Now we're in range here. So Colton needs a little bit more work, just a smidge-a-meter. Pinstar needs a little bit more, and then Alan Lowe just a touch less, and we have rounding. I'm trying to get everyone to perfect. Yeah, so somewhere a rounded number is crying. But you know what? I think we're good here. And yes, I know Pinstar is a world design specialist, but we're not leaning on that right now. So we'll be okay. We'll be fine. We are going to keep hitting you with marketing and demos. All right, how'd we do here? Children's Ward, 15.1 million. That's actually not too bad. Not bad at all. And I think we're going to be dodging. Vacations perfectly here. Because yeah, once we get all the bubbles done, then yeah, let's hit you with one more thing of magazines. We will certainly finish all the bubbles here. And we're getting a couple of stray goodies here. All right, let's see how we did. Dink. All right, well, we hit the new record with our tech here, so that's a good sign. That means we're somewhere in the vicinity of where we were before. Ding, 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 ding. All right, folks, let's cross our fingers. Let's see how this game does. Advanced body language, self-learning AI, dynamic world. Those are music to my ears. How'd we do? That's a good start. Give me another 9. All right. 10, 9, 8, 9. Okay, I'll take the 9. 9. Oh, okay. You know what? Still, I am taking that. An 8.75. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. That's the good stuff right there. Thank you very much. Let's see here. While we wait for sales to come in, let's just do a contract real quick. All right, rank 6. Excellent. And 1 million in sales. Yeah, let's do that. You guys are just gonna sit there and ignore the database? Nice. And yeah, you can see a spike in our console sales thanks to this really awesome game. Yeah, we're going to take a penalty because you guys couldn't finish up the last of the database. Now, granted, it's only 30K, so who gives a crap. But yeah, some nice training to be had here. I ain't complaining. Of course this lands right in vacation. In the vacation zone. We'll do a medium booth. Alright, you guys send on vacation, please. Send on vacation. And you have the very important job of generating a game report, because I want to know, does the simulation or action, or both, work really well on my system? That's kind of the whole experiment we had here. Dream Kart Racer is go. Makes me happy. Makes me so very happy. Alright. So, yeah, you're about to come back. Yeah, we'll let you finish up here. We are gonna still. I wish you hadn't had a dandruff there, because that's just gonna slow the whole team down. Is what I'm trying to say. Let's do some contract work. Maybe you'll actually finish it. All right, give me the goods here. Racing and simulation is a great combination. Graphics. Platform, you didn't tell me what I wanted. You told me that the next Plush Nexus is good with young audiences, which we already knew. But you didn't tell me what I wanted to know. But I'm not going to keep spamming those games. But the ratings speak for themselves. If I don't think we suffered at the hands of a bad fit here. But now it is time. We have all these new purchasers of our system. It is time that we bring them into the fold. We bring them into the strategy fold, and we're going to go for transportation. E for everyone. I'll explain why. But we're gonna actually just go straight up strategy here. Just normal vanilla strategy. No second genre this time around. And look at that, we just shot up. We're 4th place now, and if we keep releasing these, we'll be in good shape here. So the game here. Oops. Dreamline Express. So. This game is another game that takes place in the dreamscape here. The place where the plushes and kids go when they go to sleep. Now, this is kind of a continuation of the events of the Dream Wars from earlier on. If you remember from the Dream Wars, the whole basis of that is that the place that the plushes used to send the kids. The kids all started get nightmares. Well, what happened was there's this place called the Dream Fields, and it was just sort of like a universal hub where all the kids went to have good dreams, but somehow a nightmare got in and corrupted it, and so that any of the kids that went to the Dream Fields were falling victim to nightmares. So the conclusion of that game, spoiler alert, you had to actually destroy the Dream Fields to prevent the kids from continuously having nightmares. Now that solved the problem of the nightmares, but it also destroyed the Dream Fields, and now you kind of need to rebuild the dreamscape. So the whole idea is that you need to transport children to what are now called dreamstones. So these are little sites where kids go to have different types of dreams. And so what you got to do is you got to sort of build up a network, a dream line, sort of these dreamscape trains that transport kids from their beds, basically, into, larger transport hubs, and then take them to these different dreamstones. But, different kids on different nights need to go to different types of dreamstones, so you need to make your network flexible. And also there can be events that can, cause all the kids to have, happy dreams or reflective dreams or sad dreams, not nightmares, just kind of somber, inward focused dreams, which are just as important as the happy ones. So sometimes you have spikes in demand for a specific type of dream, so you need to build your network to accommodate. And the reason why it's E for everyone is the nightmares are not completely gone. You've destroyed their base of operations, but they still try to raid you. They will attack some of your outlying, transportation networks. They will try to get at your passengers and give them nightmares, and even try to infect your dreamstones and cause a mini version of what happened to the Dream Field. So it's transport with a bit of tower defense, kind of like Factorio, but with children and dreams instead of raw materials and factory parts. So yeah, Dreamline Express, let's do it. Oops, forgot to choose an engine. Text-based, yeah, text-based. Use your imagination, kids. Okay, now we got to put everybody back to the right spots here. I mean, actually, right now we're sitting pretty good. The only thing that's really going to need a shuffle up is going to be in the. Out of nowhere, a new player kicked. Oh God, the Oya. Yeah, this thing. I think on some rogue past playthrough, I developed one game for this on a lark, and I'm like, why did I do this? This thing sucks as bad in this game as it does in real life. And I think Sadie is going to be our generation of Oya. Working on a new game. Share some info? Heck yeah! We'll talk about the Dreamline Express. Transport strategy. This is actually more on sound. Strategy games do not like graphics. All right. Let's look at the game history for it. 48.7 million in profit. 3.8 million units sold. Not bad. Not bad at all. And look at our plush Nexus here, doing pretty snazzy as well. Okay, we do need to up. Yeah, we got to reverse these two. Level design suddenly becomes a lot more important here. But we can keep all the other features. Yeah, we should be good. The organization of our own convention. Does it tell me when that convention's gonna hit? Because I'd like to time my games for it. Yep, we got the answer correct. Let's get some campaign going here. I do like me a small campaign. Okay, yeah, now Pinstar needs to go back here. And then Johnny Rome goes here. We're gonna spike that up. Oh. Who are we missing? Colton Payne? Oh, that's much better. Okay, let's turn the graphics down. Although I guess we can't turn it down too much. And then Colton. And then for virtual economy is going to be the important one we turn on here. Definitely keeping rich. And again, no day-night cycle because it's on the dreamscape. It's always nighttime. I mean, we could do open world. It's technically an open world. But the virtual economy is a little bit more because every time you get paid in stuff. Well, actually no. Let's do open world. And then hang on. We got to. Who's overworked still? Colton. Colton is a little overworked. All right, good enough. And no, we gotta key that back on. We want to make sure we do well here. Let's hit you guys with some magazines and demos. I wish I'd know when my my plush convention. Actually, I think it takes place at the same time as G3, but you just gets it's more effective at pumping both your games and your stuff. Ooh, phew! Bullet dodged. Bullet dodged. Yeah, this is a strategy game, my friends. Not a simulation game. Bullet dodged. Alright, let's see how we did. Ding. Alright, double ding sounds good to me. Dink. Dink, dink. That's fine. AAA games. Yeah, you know what? We're not going to be doing that. That's not our thing. Alright, let's see how we did. Hopefully not too well. There's a 10. Maybe I should have just done open world. 9? Another 9? Alright, we're good! We're good! Oh, the 9.5. The hero 9.5, where we know we went as close to the goalposts as we could without going way past them. Oh, I love me a 9.5. We were absolutely correct to go virtual economy. Woo! All right, folks. Well, in our next episode, we'll find out how this beast sells. I'm guessing it's probably going to be pretty good. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya.